Okay, hi Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you're new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and get a general message from my Virgos that are dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is well, okay? Now, cross-watcher, if you are in here, feel free to flip the roles if you're dealing with a Virgo. Now, Virgos, Spirit was giving me two songs, okay? So I don't know who you're dealing with. But the first song that they gave me was Say My Name. And I believe that's by Destiny's Child, right? I think she was still in Destiny's Child then, yeah. And so I was hearing that song, Say My Name, Say My Name. If no one ain't around you, say, baby, I love you if you ain't running games. So I don't know if you have like some sort of a stalker on your hands. Because what else was I hearing from that song? You acting kind of shady, ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? So I don't know if you switched up on someone. But the song that they played straight after that was, I think it's still by Destiny's Child, or I don't know if Beyonce was on her own by then, okay? But the song they started playing after that was Bugaboo. You make me want to throw my pager out the window. I thought, okay, let's see what's going on. Virgo's dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. You could be dealing with someone who is insecure. Maybe they have low self-esteem or low confidence, or maybe they just have trust issues, abandonment issues. I don't know, just issues, full stop. What's the energy in his spirit? Virgo's dealing with a water sign. Who I see salty. With suffering in silence. Virgo's dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Thank you. First card coming out, it says legal, it says lawyers, it says court, and it says paperwork. Okay. You have stagnant. It says stuck. It says dead end. It says frozen. Oh. Longing, missing you, let's talk, reunion. I don't know if someone here is like, do I want to say that? I don't know. Someone here could be getting a divorce. Maybe someone here is trying to stop that. What's legal? Coming out sideways, it says hopeless. It says loss, it says depression, and it says suicide. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if someone is like threatening to hurt themselves. Because at the bottom of the deck, you've got wishful thinking. It says second chance. It says deja vu, and it says nostalgia. It's almost like somebody wants somebody to repeat some sort of a cycle. But why if it's not going anywhere? Yeah, I don't know. It says two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber. What's stagnant? Virgo's dealing with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. So we could be dealing with a Scorpio. It says today, it says good vibes, it says now, in the moment, and then you have recharge. It says breathe, let go, clear your mind. So someone feels stuck, that someone feels free. Number 5 could be significant. Psychopath, abusive, convincing, unpredictable. This just came in the reverse for Virgo's dealing with another earth sign. Oh, someone could be dealing with a psychopath narcissist. And then we had envy at the bottom of the deck. Show me more. Virgo's dealing with a water sign. Gossip. There could be a lot of gossip going on about someone here. This could have something to do with someone's finances, because you've got the fish and it talks about someone's business, finances. It talks about gain, wealth, abundance. So I don't know if someone just wants someone to stay around for material things. Yeah. This could be like a family situation breaking up as well, because I see this bear is hugging a child. But it's almost like an energy of somebody having to do what is right for them. Because the bear talks about power, it talks about a boss. It's like the emperor energy. It talks about courage and leadership, protection. But then you have the ship here, which talks about traveling, movement, journey, change. What is this, Spirit? Thank you. Coming in the reverse is the birds. So this could be an energy where someone doesn't care what other people have to say, right? This could be an energy of somebody putting anxiety behind them. Show me more. Birds in the reverse. And then you have the garden. The garden talks about the public, networking. It talks about groups. It talks about audience, fame, and outdoors. The garden card reminds me a little bit of like the Six of Wands, right? Public recognition, or maybe someone here is just rejoining the world. Why is the garden here? The cross. What about the cross? The bear again. Now, the cross talks about duty, right? And like I said, the bear does talk about an energy of protection, leadership, a provider. But the cross also talks about a big problem, a burden. Ooh, is this a marriage? They're saying something like somebody going against the status quo. So I don't know if this is just someone who is, I don't know, going to do something different. Yeah, ring at the bottom of the deck. Or someone was married to someone who was sneaky, a liar, a cheat, with that fox energy. But show me more, Spirit. Virgo's dealing with a water sign. What is legal and hopeless? So you have the Chariot coming out. Someone could be dealing with a Cancer. But you do have legal out here, so something could have to do with the police. I don't know if someone called the police on someone, and that may have been the final straw for somebody here. You got Cancer and Pisces energy coming out here with the Hangman. Or someone here is feeling stuck. What's the Chariot? King of Pentacles, your energy. What's the Hangman? The Two of Wands. Someone needing to make a decision here. Or they have made a decision. And maybe there is some sort of planning that has to go on, right? Things don't happen overnight. What is the Chariot and the King of Pentacles? The Three of Swords. What's the Three of Swords? The Five of Cups. What's the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups? And the Eight of Pentacles. Show me more. And the Two of Cups. So the Three of Swords talks about heartbreak, suffering, right? Talks about sorrow. I did say something about maybe a divorce. But it can talk about depression and things like that. There had been some sort of betrayal somewhere, or some dishonesty or disloyalty. Five of Cups is that energy of still crying over spilt milk. It still talks about sorrow and pain and things like that. Okay. It's that energy of somebody needing to move on and find some sort of peace. Again, this energy of setbacks and delays. So someone feels like they should have done something. I mean, how can I put it? They feel like they should have done something a long time ago, or I don't know if someone was receiving some sort of signs and synchronicities to do something, and maybe they ignore that, and maybe they regret that now. Because maybe now they see with the Hangman. There could also have been something here about maybe mixing business and pleasure. Maybe someone found out that someone was having some sort of an affair at work or something like that. Or someone here is burying themselves in their work, maybe to distract themselves. What's the Hangman and the Two of Wands? Coming out sideways, there's the delay, right? It's the Ace of Wands, and this talks about new beginnings. This is somebody needing to have the willpower to do something. The Ace of Wands, for me, also any of the wands can talk about passion. Yeah, you got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. There's an opportunity here for somebody. But you see, that Two of Wands with the Ace of Wands makes the Three of Wands energy. And the Three of Wands does talk about seeing the bigger picture. It also talks about making plans going forward. What do you want your future to look like? Three of Wands talks about expansion and things like that. Planning. What's behind the Lovers? The World card, the Death card, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and there's the Emperor energy. All right, what is this over here? Stagnation today and recharge. Six of Pentacles. The Five of Wands. There could be some sort of arguments about who gets what, or arguments about finances and things like that. What is this Six of Pentacles? It is a giving and receiving energy. Someone may have to take somebody to court, because it just kind of feels like this energy of someone who just wants more and more and more. And this could be like a situation where it's like taking the power out of both people's hands and the law deciding. What's this Six of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know if someone here is greedy. What's this Five of Wands? The Five of Wands is coming out sideways is the Tower. Scorpio energy, Aries energy. Something here is not built on a solid foundation. And it's almost like I'm hearing Spirit saying, until somebody lets something go, that's why there will be no improvement here. The Tower can talk about sudden change, chaos, disaster, somebody having an awakening. But it also talks about release. Clarify the Six of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. I don't know if this is about a marriage, a home. I don't know if there's some sort of new beginning here that Spirit is trying to offer to someone, right? Because the Four of Wands can talk about a union. Something that would be an equal give and take. Something that would be solid, stable, and secure. Give me one on the Four of Wands. Give me one on the Four of Wands. I'm hearing that song, just the two of us, we can make it if we try. I'm seeing the Empress coming out here again. What's the Four of Wands? Coming in the reverse is the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Five of Pentacles in the reverse can talk about someone who is recovering from some sort of financial loss. Five of Pentacles in reverse talks about spiritual poverty, karmic lessons. It's also an energy of forgiveness and positive change. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, but with the Seven of Swords. And here's the Empress. There's been some sort of delay here. Or someone, like I said, is taking their time to make the right decision. What's the Five of Wands in the Tower? The Eight of Pentacles. What about the Eight of Pentacles? The Four of Pentacles. Show me more. The Justice. Yeah, there's something about a work situation. Show me more. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Ten of Swords and the Hermit. Ace of Swords. The Devil. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I don't know if someone is separating from some sort of toxic energy or low vibrational relationship, like I said. And I feel like there is new opportunities here. Ace of Swords with the Ace of Cups. But you have the Four of Pentacles. So someone is holding back. What's the energy in love? Virgo's dealing with a water sign. What's the energy in love, Spirit? There could also be something here about how someone makes their money. What's the energy in love? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you. Reconciliation at the bottom of the deck. You have give your relationship a chance. It says work on your partnership, and then you have wedding. It says this situation involves marriage. Reconciliation would make the effort, but you have codependency, playfulness, and flirt. Okay. Someone could be dealing with someone who is immature as well. Spirit. Energy and love. So you have embrace. It says embrace what destiny has in store for you. You have enlightenment. It says with enlightenment there is no separation. It says we recognize that we are one with the divine. And you have temptation. It says, think carefully about the situation. You have marriage again at the bottom of this deck. It says a marriage of souls is a union of two divine counterparts blended together. And then you have dreams, deeply, and feelings, and surprise. Show me more. Energy and love, Spirit. Landed on the King of Pentacles. It says girl talk. It says time with friends. It says moving on. It says happily single. It says living in the moment. It says having fun. So maybe someone wants to reach out to a friend. I noticed that it says yes on her t-shirt. So something definitely could go in someone's favor. You have the Coffin card. It says endings bring new beginnings. It says growth, change, liberation, and transition. So someone here is being enlightened about something, right? You've got the Hangman out here. But they may have some sort of a stalker on their hands. Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. Someone feels very forceful. Okay, one more. This would be like one of those situations where, wherever it is, a man, I'm going to use a man as an example because I have the King of Pentacles out here. This would be that kind of energy where this man can't even go to the shop without this feminine calling saying, are you there yet? You know, and then 10 minutes later, have you left yet? You know, it's just, feels like too much, feels suffocating. Golden mirror, it says self-absorbed, it says narcissist, it says one-sided relationship, it says love bombing. Say my name. You have love call, it says someone expresses love, it says a message of love, it says thinking of you and letting you know. But then you have a karmic relationship, fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. I don't know, maybe someone here needs to spend some time on their own or be single for a bit. But anyway. So we have oh, we have I'm afraid to contact you. Okay, and that's sitting with girl talk. It says my life is not as together as it seems. What else, Spirit? It says I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Anything my Virgos need to be aware of in this situation? Virgos dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Anything they need to be aware of? Anything else, Spirit? Okay. So the first one that came out, it says a tempting offer has a high price. Number 38 could be significant, or 83. Boils down to an 11. Choices. I don't know if someone feels trapped in a situation, or the choice that they make may depend on whether they do get trapped in something. I'm noticing all these fly traps. Okay, I'm not saying that. Number 13 could be significant, or 31, but it does boil down to a 4. And this is like the death card. It says from death comes rebirth. So Scorpio energy. It's time for a transformation or something. Something. Okay. Let's see what they don't want you to know. Virgo's dealing... Okay, Spirit, I haven't asked. Virgo's dealing with a Cancer. So yeah, first card coming out is commitment. Landed on the Chariot. It says marriage, promises. It says fidelity, but you also have broken. It says shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. That goes in with a Cancer. And you have abandoned. It says left out, walked away, and cold. So I don't know if someone just left somebody very abruptly. Or it could just be, you know, maybe there was an argument and somebody walked out. Virgo's dealing with a Scorpio. You have bitterness. It landed on the 3 of Swords. It says resentment, anger, and hurtful words. I don't know if somebody walked away from a Scorpio. You got releasing at the bottom of the deck, letting go, moving on, walking away. And obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. Virgo's in with Scorpio. Distance. It says separation. It says space. It says blockage. Someone dealing with a Scorpio, they could have tried to call your bluff on something. Oh, you ain't going to do that. Oh, you ain't going nowhere. Oh, you ain't. And maybe you did. But let's see. Someone could be dealing with a Scorpio who is a hypochondriac. They do the most. Exaggeration. You have conflicted. It says decisions, hot and cold. It says multiple choices. Or maybe someone, like I said, they still have a choice to make. It says free-spirited adventures and risks. So Virgo's dealing with a Pisces. You have clarity. It says truth. It says intentions. It says honesty. You have confusion. It says unclear, uncertain, and unsure. Looks like a Pisces wants some sort of answers about something. And then you have chemistry. It says attraction, spark, and passion. So it looks like there's a Pisces here that is very much attracted to you. Or they have some sort of feelings and emotions. Some of you may have to put up some sort of boundaries with a Pisces, but they are still hopeful about this situation here, Virgos. So, Spirit, what is the energy going forward? Virgos dealing with a water sign. We have lack and doubts. We have decisions. That was Venus offer. Maybe someone's trying to decide who they want to be with. Who do I make this offer to? Who do I want to be in a relationship with? I don't know. Surely you wouldn't choose a situation that was disharmony, triggers, and conflict. You got the Tower coming out. Yeah, then that landed right on that decisions. What's the lack and doubts? Oh, coming in the reverse, you have contracts, career, and commitments in the reverse. I feel like I pick up an energy here as well where someone just wants to make sure that they're doing the right thing. Yeah, you have party and external, third party situation. Maybe somebody parties too much. Maybe someone drinks too much. Maybe somebody just indulges too much, right? Change and courage at the bottom of the deck. Look at that with the freedom behind it. I don't know if somebody feels like following their heart or doing what they want to do. I don't know if they feel guilty about this. Detachment. I do see if someone here is in some sort of hermit mode or spending time on their own. I do see that it is helping you to kind of, I almost want to say elevate. But I am going to leave that there. That is what I have picked up here today. I do hope that something has resonated with you. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, Virgos, stay safe, love and light, guys.